All right. Welcome to Sit, Stretch, and Tone, a mill class from 11:15 to 12:15. My name is Teresa, and we will be working with straws today. I know we did a little straw work last week. If you have a straw, great. If you don't, that's also fine. You can imagine that you're blowing in and out of a straw, blowing in, breathing in through the straw, breathing out from the straw, and it's just something handy to have around and play with if you do have one. We'll be using a ball or a pillow or towel and weights. And that's it. No Dynavans or tubes today. So we'll be working a lot on posture and alignment and the inner workings of the shoulder and hip. So that's kind of the theme of class, shoulder and hip. So we'll be getting into the rotator cuff, the hip rotators, keeping our basically the top portion of our core to the base of our core nice and strong to help with walking and balance. Okay, I'm going to place you guys off to the side here. I'm going to try to cut out some glare that might be coming in with this bright day. We can start out with just our ankles, knees, and hips in kind of a train track alignment. If your knees are touching, if your ankles are crossed, if your hips are bowing out, that can be a little bit stressful on the joints. So try to have the ankles, the knees, and the hips like they're right along the lines of a train track, and the back tip of your ear to the shoulder to the hip also in alignment. So you're sitting high up on the sits bones, the upper portion of the femur, not actually on the buttock cheek, on the buttock muscle, the glute. So you're going to rock the pelvis forward slightly, contract the abdominal, roll the shoulders back, contract the back of the shoulders and shoulder blades, and that pretty much should take care of most of the upper body alignment. Also, think about having the bottom of your chin parallel to the floor. And everything else should pretty much fall into place with quite a bit of focus and contraction of muscle fibers. You're stretching the chest, but you're contracting the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. You're lengthening the spine and the spinal column, and you're contracting your abdominal muscles, and then even squeezing and contracting the gluteal muscles, the buttock muscles. Lift onto the right side of the body, squeeze the left glute, sit on the left glute, and squeeze the right. And you might want to do that a couple of times to sort of try to tap into the contraction in the glute muscle. And then sit right down and squeeze both buttock cheeks together. And that should be the tone for the rest of class. If your muscles get tired, by all means, take a little break. And you're always working in a pain-free range of motion. And if your gut even says, I don't think I should do that exercise, listen to your gut. Okay. With this, let's just start with nice, easy shoulder circles. Circle the right shoulder and left, just circling back, alternating right and left, and then just switch it. So start bringing the shoulder forward, alternating left and right or right and left. And a couple more. And then again, switch, go back, go right and left, right and left. Lubricating that shoulder joint, warming up the upper body, chest and back. And then one more time, reverse and go forward. And relax the arms down. Just give your arms a little bit of a shake. Stretch your fingertips down to the floor. Roll your shoulder blades and re-engage that scapular retraction. And then lift your shoulders straight up and down, and up and down. And allow the arms to go along for the ride. The upper chest, top of the shoulders, and upper back are doing a nice contraction to elevate and depress the scapula and lift and lower the arms. So this is not only a warm up, it's also a pretty good workout as well. You're working quite a few muscle groups to make this happen. And two more, 2 and 1. And relax your arms at your side. Flex your palms now. Your heels are down and your fingertips are moving out away from your body. Shoulder blades down and back, right ear to right shoulder, and hold. And let's do 4 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And try to do most of your breathing in through the nose and out from the mouth and or nose, unless otherwise specified. We'll do something different later with our straw. So keep that in mind. And slowly let the head come up, 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 and then over to the other side. Stretch your shoulders down. Lengthen those clavicle bones, the right to the right, the left to the left, and the shoulder blades are coming down and together. And then again, a couple more breaths. And exhale. And one more. And exhale. And then bring the head up to center and then just shake out the arms. Hands on your hips. Take the right toe into the floor and circle it around. You're loosening up your foot and your ankle, loosening up your knee and your hip. Kind of encouraging circulation, encouraging the fluids within the joints to move around the joint, so you have freedom of movement during class and for the rest of the day, and maybe even tomorrow. It kind of lasts a while, so if you have another class lined up for tomorrow, you're in great shape. Once the body starts to cool down a bit, you're ready to rev it up again. Let's go to the other direction. Circle, circle. And relax. And same thing on the other side. Left toe into the floor and circle around. Going small to start and start increasing your range of motion as your body dictates. So as you feel more comfortable, as you feel a bit warmer, your body will be able to move a little more freely and in a bigger range of motion. But you don't have to force it. It really happens naturally. If it doesn't happen within the first few minutes of class, it may happen in about 5, 10, or 15 minutes. Don't rush it. We've got all hour. And reverse. Circle in, ankle, knee, and hip. And then just right from here, we're going to start a gentle marching. Lifting up your foot about an inch or two off the floor. Doesn't have to be very big. This motion right here, whether it's done seated, standing, or lying down on your back with knees bent, will really warm up, keep the joint in the hip lubricated and the muscles around it warmed up and tuned for walking. So this action looks simple, it looks like a throwaway, but it really is a very important basic exercise to keep you functionally moving about, walking. And pump the arms at your side and pump and pump. And then if you want to up the ante a bit, a simple, just imagine you're pulling your foot out of mud. So you may want to slow down your march and you're pushing your foot into mud. So you're pulling and pushing, pressing and lifting. Good. Keeping the spine tall and the abdominals engaged to support the lower back. And let's go for 4 more with this effortful type of march. 3, 2, and 1. Quiet the feet. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And now all the way up. Reach the arms way, way up. And if this is uncomfortable for your shoulders or neck or your arms, you can do the same thing with arms at shoulder height and below, or even down by your side. Perfectly fine. But reaching up, stretch up and out of the right rib cage, stretch up and out of the left rib cage. So you're reaching right and left. So I'll show you the modifications. Reaching the arms either over the head, reaching your arms in front of you. So you're still lifting that torso up and up, just reaching the arms forward or at your side. Either or is fine. And let's go for 8 more. 8, 7, Stretch your torso. Good. Really feel the stretch in your arms as well as your rib cage and waistline. Two more and one. Then reach both arms up, up, up. Stretch, 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 and then reach it all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, both of them. It's a little bit harder to do both shoulder rolls together. That's usually why I start alternating. So if you feel like it's a little too much strain on the neck or the shoulders, go back to alternating. It's perfectly fine. It's doing the same thing. This is just a little bit more challenging. So you're upping the ante a bit, but you're really doing the same thing. And then reverse direction. Take it forward, circle through, and then roll back. And then go back to your marches. So march, march, march. And now we're going to march the legs out a bit wider. So you're opening up the hip joint, contracting the outer hip and glute, and stretching the inner thigh a little bit. And then walk the legs back together. And then walk the legs out wide. Keep marching the arms. Walk the legs together. One more time, walk the legs out nice and wide. And walk the legs together. So now we're going to do a little combination. Just so we fire up our memory skills, we're going to take the right leg out, out, and in, and in. Right leg out, out, and in, and in. Out, out, in, and in. Out, out, in, and up the tempo. Out, out, in, and in. This is not as easy as it seems. You've got your arms going, your legs going in a different way. If it's too complicated, arms and legs, hands on your hips. Or to increase the motion or the resistance for the legs, hands can be on the thighs. So you're adding a little bit of your body weight, making this exercise a little more challenging. Good. And we're really working through your hip joint. Abduction, adduction. Outer thigh, inner thigh. Abduction, adduction. Outer thigh, inner thigh. Let's do last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Go back into a basic march. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms halfway down. Squeeze the shoulder blades and start to draw little circles to the right and to the left. Imagine your fingertips are all multicolored pieces of chalk, and you're drawing circles on the wall with chalk. Circle, circle. I'll give you a side view. You don't have to turn if you don't want to. I'm just giving you an alternate view. Keep marching. This is not as easy as it looks. Quite a workout. Woo! And 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shake out the arms. Shake out the feet. So again, you can always take a break with all that marching. It can be a lot on the hips and the pelvis, so you could take a little break. But let's start marching with the left leg. March left, march left. The good news is we have 2 legs, 2 sides. So if I do any choreography, you can probably be almost guarantee you're going to see it twice. And now we'll take the legs out wide. Good. And then take the legs out in. Take the legs back out to the left and right. And then back in. Back out. Woo! And back in. That long and is your cue that we're going to go out left, out right, in left, in right, out left, out right, in left, in right. So we're going out, in, and out, Double time it. Here we go. Out, out, in, out, out, in, and in. Woo! All right, pump those arms. And again, if it gets a little too confusing, hands on hips. You still want the workout. You want to increase the workout, hands on your thighs. Lots of options. Woo, you guys are doing great. Keep it going. Keep smiling. Woo, we're almost there. Where is there? Well, to greater fitness. We're working and marching our way right towards increased fitness level. Woo! And let's do 4 more. Abduction, adduction, outer thigh, inner thigh, abduction, adduction, and march it out. Inhale and exhale. That's a lot of marching. If you need to take a break, please do so. Arms down, halfway out like windmill arms, palms are facing down, but you've got 5 pieces of chalk here, 5 here. Extend those pieces of chalk. Scapular retraction, shoulder blades are squeezing, so the chest stays really tall and lifted. Circle backwards, back and back. Woo! Keep breathing, keep marching. If your legs are tired, take a break, tap your toes. Keep the energy and the circulation moving, but you can give your upper thighs a break. Woo! Reverse the arms forward. Good. Keep reaching the arms left and right, making pretty colorful circles on the chalkboards to the left of us, to the right of us. Woo! And 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Shake out arms and legs. I'd say we're pretty warmed up. Woo! All right, take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Take the right heel out. So you're sitting on the edge of a sturdy chair, not way close to the edge so you don't feel safe, but you're on towards the edge, not towards the back. And then move your right leg out to the side. So your heel is down and your toes are flexed. And all you're going to do is take that perfectly lifted, braced, beautiful posture, and then from your hip joint, you're going to lower it down a little bit. Just about 5 or 10 degrees, not much. And then place the hands on the thighs. Relax the shoulders. Keep the chin down as if you have a little tiny ball. I have this little tiny ball or a grapefruit. It's about the size of a large orange and a small grapefruit right underneath your chin. So you want to hold on to that imaginary orange or grapefruit and stretch the torso forward. And you're feeling the stretch, the back of the lower leg, the back of the knee, and the hamstring, the back of the upper thigh. And now ease back a little bit, sit up nice and tall, then point your toes. So you're going to place all 5 toes, the ball of the foot down to the floor. And if you push down on your big toe, it'll strengthen the arch. So press your toes down, but especially the big toe. And then coming down from the hinge in your hip, about 5 degrees. Chin to chest, holding onto that grapefruit. Shoulders down, shoulder blades contracted. And a handful of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. Slowly come up, stack this leg up back onto your train track, and extend the opposite leg. So now your left leg is not straight ahead, it's out to the side. So you're stretching your inner thigh. Toes, kneecap, and top thigh is looking straight up at the ceiling. Your heel is down, your toe is up. From your hip, you're hinging down, you're holding onto your grapefruit, and you're holding. And a handful of breaths. And a couple more. Relax the shoulders, keep the shoulder blades contracted, and then point your toes. So the toes are down on the floor, especially the big toe. push the big toe down and you'll feel the arch of your foot really engage. If it creates a cramp or doesn't feel comfortable, back off. Relax your toes, relax your foot, relax your knees and your thighs. So, but otherwise, press down, feel the arch, really working the foot. And I get a lot of comments too. People say, oh, I have flat feet. This is hard for me. It's very important for people with high arches, regular, medium, average arches, or flat feet. So it's really good to just strengthen and activate the muscles to activate circulation and just to work that area. We have muscles in our feet that need to be worked just like any other part of the body. So it's important. And one more deep breath and exhale. Slowly come on up. You're just going to take that left foot, curl it under. So you're stretching the arch of your foot. Your toes are curled under and your heel is pointing up towards the ceiling. Your left knee is bent. Tuck your pelvis under and push your left hip forward. So you're stretching not the back of the thigh. We shifted from the back to the front. So we're stretching the hip flexor and the front thigh. And then utilizing the side and back of your chair, hold on to it, and then try to turn your torso towards the back of the room. Inhale and exhale. So not only are you twisting your body, you're lengthening up with your upper body and torso. You're lowering your hips and pelvis and legs down to the floor. So you're getting a nice traction throughout your joints, hips, spine, vertebrae, the whole spine, and twist. Keep twisting. And one more breath and exhale. Slowly uncurl the body, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So you're curling your toes under, so the pads of my toes and the upper portion of the ball of my foot is pressing into the floor so that my heel is lifting right up to the ceiling. So in other words, my foot and my arch is perpendicular to the floor and the toes are pressing down into the floor. Tuck the pelvis under, squeezing the right glute, feeling the stretch in the front thigh of your right leg. Then lengthen your torso up, lower that right knee down, stretch, 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 and then let's look behind us. Grab onto the chair and twist. And inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, stretch, 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 and exhale. And then slowly uncurl the body, come back to center, and march it out gently. Inhale, arms up and down. Inhale all the way up, and then 3/4 of the way down. So our palms are facing forward. My arms are down by my side in a inverted V. Pressing the arms back by contracting the back of the shoulder and contracting my shoulder blades together and down. Feet are train tracks, legs are train tracks, and the arms are moving behind as I increase my length of my spine and the deepening, increased intensity of my scapular retraction. So I'm squeezing that scapula together and down, together and down. As my spine lifts and stretches up like a spring flower, trying to fight its way through the snow to this beautiful sunshine. And inhale and exhale. One more in and exhale. And now take your right arm across your body, give it a hug. Keep that right arm relatively straight, opening up your fingertips, stretching out the muscles in your hand. They're as important as our feet. Our forearm, wrist, upper arm, elbow, and shoulder. Reach and pull that arm in. Give your torso a lift and twist. Look to the back of the room, left shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. And a handful of breaths. With each consecutive breath, try to look back a little bit farther, and not just with the torso, but also with the head, with your eyes. And then slowly bring the upper body center. Just change sides. Bring the left arm across, stretching those fingertips. Stretch the wrist, forearm, and elbow, upper arm and shoulder. So you're getting space in all of the joints in the arm. Then give it a hug. Feel that stretch. And then lift and lengthen your torso, your spine, the vertebrae, and look over that right shoulder. Not just with the rib cage, but with the shoulders and your head. Inhale, keep lifting up. Exhale, lengthen. And just a couple more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, keep stretching, and exhale. Nice reaches, guys. Good. It looks really, really nice. Keep going. One more deep, deep breath, and exhale. And then slowly bring the upper body center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, and one more in. And exhale. So if you have a straw, please grab your straw. If not, just imagine you have your lips around a straw. So you're making a tiny, tiny circle with pursed lips. Placing your straw in your mouth. I'm going to be counting, so I'm actually not going to be doing this exercise, but I'll demonstrate. You're going to do 2 cleansing breaths. Breathing in through the nose and exhale fully. Breathe into the nose and exhale fully. The third breath is going to be in through the straw, and I'll be counting 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to breathe out through the straw. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the straw away from you, breathe normally for 2 breaths, and then we'll breathe in again. We're going to do 2 counts of 4 and 2 counts of 8 breaths. If at any time you feel dizzy or lightheaded, or this just doesn't seem like it's the exercise for you, don't worry about it. Just try to do some nice deep breathing without closing off your nose, without holding onto a straw, and all of that. All right. So you can either, when we inhale, exhale through the straw, you can close off the nasal passages in your throat and just not breathe in through the nose. And if you feel you're having a hard time connecting with that, you can use your hands to pinch off your nose. So either or is fine, whatever you're comfortable with. So let's get started. We have our train tracks, we have our lengthened spring flower, and our braced core. 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale, exhale fully. Here we go. Inhale, exhale fully. Get your straw ready. Close off your nose and breathe in only through the straw. Inhale 3, in 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale only out from the straw. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remove the straw. Breathe normally. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Get ready. Put the straw there. Close off your nose. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. Only out from the straw. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remove the straw. Breathe normally. All right. How'd you do? All right. Pretty well. If you're feeling a little dizzy or lightheaded, you just breathe normally. March it out. Or if you feel, no, that was good. Let's go to 8 breaths. We're going to do 2 sets with 8 breaths. Breathe normally. Inhale, exhale. Get ready. Inhale, exhale fully. Pinch off your nose. Pace yourself. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only breathe out from the straw, out from the mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. Inhale, exhale. Breathe normally. One more time. Get ready. Inhale, exhale, pinch off your nose, put the straw in, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remove the straw. Breathe normally. This exercise is a deep diaphragmatic type of breath. You're actually strengthening your diaphragm, you're strengthening your lungs, and increasing your lung capacity. This exercise can actually be done every day. And as I've read a few publications that encourage people to do it as you're doing meditative breath, possibly before going to sleep at night or in the morning when you're possibly doing some nice gentle breaths to get you ready for the day, you can go ahead and do this type of breathing as well. So you can actually do it every day. And practice does help. It makes it feel a little easier and more comfortable. So we're done with our straws. You can put your straws off to the side. And now just for 2 breaths, 1 4 count, 1 8 count, we're going to imagine we're blowing up a balloon. All right, so this is very, very deep breath. Visualize that you're expanding the lungs in the front, upper front, side, lateral, and the back. Okay, so 2 cleansing breaths. Just inhale, exhale. Here we go. Here's our preparatory breath. Inhale, exhale fully. Now breathe in through the nose, out from the mouth. So breathe in. And breathe normally. So we were breathing out into our imaginary balloon. And let's try that one more time. Inhale, exhale, getting ready, preparatory breath. Inhale, exhale fully. Breathe in through the nose, out from the mouth. Inhale. And relax. Normal breaths. Hopefully you thought about expanding front, side, and back lung. If you feel comfortable and you'd like to try 8 count breaths, we're going to try 2 more with 8 count breaths. Here we go. Breathe normally. Inhale, exhale, preparatory breath. Inhale, exhale fully, and in through the nose, out through the mouth. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and breathe normally. Again, if you're feeling okay, awesome. If you're feeling a little lightheaded, grab a sip of water, just calm your breath down. And then let's do 1 more with an 8 count. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, preparatory breath, exhale fully. Grab your balloon, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 8, 7, 6, front lung, side lung, last 4, back lung, 3, and 2, 1, and breathe normally. Woo! You guys made it. March it out. Believe it or not, this type of breath counts as cardio workout. We're increasing our lung capacity. We're strengthening our lungs. Maybe our heart needs a little bit more. We'll get to it later, but you are increasing your lung capacity. So cardiopulmonary for your cardio, it's definitely focused on the pulmonary, which is really important. So 1 more deep breath and exhale. Starting out with the right foot forward, left leg back, and you're going to touch your fingertips together. So it's like you're clapping. Your fingertips are touching and your arms are in a 90-degree angle. Just opening the arms out as comfortably as you can, open and close. So as I promised, we'll be working shoulder rotators, the rotator cuff, and the hip rotators. So right now we'll be focusing on our arms, on our shoulders, and just open comfortably and close with resistance. So you're opening to what's comfortable and then slowly come forward. Like you're actually have to work through dense air or a pedal or some type of resistance, possibly when you're doing water exercise. moving that mass of water. And one, and then relax, shake it out. Now, if you feel you want to up the ante a little bit, grab your weights. So lift and lower the weights very slowly and thoughtfully. That's part of the exercise. You always want to do it with a braced core and keeping the weights close by your body, close to your body. Left foot forward, right leg back. Your palms are facing inward. Now you can use weights or you don't have to, or water bottles or cans of soup. It's up to you. Modify if you need to. And you're just going to open, just as we did the first set, and close. Open and close. Now notice by adding weights, and you don't need a lot of weight to challenge those nice and small rotator cuff muscles. So if you're feeling fatigued already, you're done. Put the weights on your thighs and just take a break. Otherwise, let's just do a handful more. And two more. And one more. And then bring the weights down to your thighs, change legs. And again, one final set. You can use weights. You can take the weights away if you felt that set was a little too challenging. Bring the fingertips together and open and close. You should feel this deep in that shoulder joint. If you feel any pinching or any discomfort or pain, you're done. Don't continue. Continue with an exercise that you know feels comfortable. Never push past the point of pain or something that just doesn't seem right. And two more. Woo! And one more. And then place the weights on your thighs. Please place both weights on the left thigh. So now your legs are back to train tracks and 90 degrees. You're going to lift your right leg up. You're going to rotate in the hip, allow the knee to try to kiss the left knee, but it's being shy. There's no touching. And then out. So the knee rolls in and the knee rolls out. And where it's rolling from is the ball and socket joint. Deep in that hip, in the pelvis, in the hip joint. And your knee is coming in and the knee is going out. Comfortable, pain-free range of motion. In and out, in and out. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. And 90, come on back, load up the weights to the other leg and lift up that left leg. You're lifting about an inch or two off the floor. The knee rolls in by rolling in from the inner thigh and hip joint and then out. Knees try to come together and then try to bow them out. And all of that movement is really just happening in that hip joint. Nothing else should be really moving. S-curve neutral braced core, and that right leg is your stabilizing rock solid force. So other than that hip joint, nothing else is moving. Foot, ankle, knee, the leg is coming in and out, but the knee joint itself isn't really moving. And 2 more, and 1, and then relax, lower the leg down. All right, let's give those legs a little bit of a break because it's quite intense. Bring the arms out so that your elbows are sloping below shoulder height and your palms are facing inward. So we're going to add a little caffeine, a little fire to that rotator cuff, squeezing the back of the shoulder and shoulder blades, maintain tall lifted posture, bringing the weights in and opening back out. So you're working through the shoulder joint. Your shoulder and rotator cuff is working to support these weights. If you find within the first couple, it's a little too heavy, just put your weights down. Squeezing the back of the shoulder and shoulder blades when you go back. Squeezing the front shoulder and the chest when you come forward. And if you can touch the weights in front, if you can touch your elbows and the weights in front, great. If it doesn't feel comfortable or it's a little too hard to do, no worries. Comfortable range of motion. 4 more. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Woo! Place the weights on your thighs. Roll the shoulders out. So now in addition to rotator cuff, we incorporated the chest and the back and a little bit of the arm. So we're kind of pushing the envelope with each set. And now we're going to do the same thing with the legs. Place one of those weights on the center of your thigh, of the right thigh. Lift the foot up about 1 or 2 inches, roll through the hip joint, knocking the knees together. Although this left leg stays stable like a train track, it's just this right hip that's rolling in and out, moving the leg in and out. Continue to breathe in through the nose and out from the mouth or nose, keeping the core braced by pulling the navel to spine and shoulder blades together. And 4 more, handful more, and 1 more. And neutral, and then come on down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So ground and plant that right foot. Keep the right leg as a strong train track. Lift that left foot up about 1 inch or 2. Roll through the hip. You should probably feel this deep in the hip joint, as well as the inner thigh and the outer thigh. We're working adductors, abductors, inner and outer thigh, as well as the hip rotators. Keeping the hips nice and strong for balance and keeping them strong for walking. And let's do quite a few more. We're almost there. Keep breathing. I know this is tough. You guys are doing great. Keep smiling, keep breathing. And just 2 more. We're almost there. Woo! And 1. Oh my goodness. Bring it down. Roll the shoulders back. Nice work. Okay. Widen the stance just a bit. Bring your weight so your palms are facing your shoulders. You're going to turn your palms sideways, so right to the side of the head. So you're bringing it from front shoulder to the ears and press up. And then from the ears to the front shoulders. So you're basically starting in a high bicep curl position. You're rotating in the shoulder to turn the palms towards the ears and the elbows out like goalposts. And I believe that Super Bowl is this Sunday. So we're doing our part to support the Super Bowl, our goalpost arms. And let's go for 8 more. This is not an easy exercise, so please feel free to go more slowly. Take a break, take a little breather. We're on the home stretch, guys. Working chest, shoulders, arms, chest, shoulders, arms, and rotator cuff, and slowly bring those weights down to the thighs. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times, and then just bring the right ear to right shoulder and gently roll the head down over to the left and down and over to the right. Down, over to the left, and down and over to the right. And 1 more, down, over to the left, and then just straight down and look straight ahead. All right, so our final leg exercise will be a knee lift with a kick. So you can modify with a leg raise, absolutely. But we're going to lift the right knee up, kick, curl, and lower. Up, kick, curl, and lower, using 1 weight. If you do a couple and say, oh my gosh, this is hard, it is. Take off the weight if it's too hard. you're feeling, oh, feeling strong. This is good. My weight feels fine. You can add more load, add the other weight. And let's go for 6 more. Woo! Keep the spine tall. Keeping that tailbone and the sits bones grounded, and that opposite foot of the left leg grounded. Keep that train track rigid. And 1 more. Woo! Change legs. There's our cardio. No weight, 1 weight or both. Lift, kick, in and down. So lift, kick, in and down. You're lifting the knee, extend the leg, in and down. And as I mentioned before, you can absolutely modify by just lifting and lowering the knee, or a little bit harder, lifting and lowering the straight leg. So you're doing 2 pretty hard exercises. You're lifting, then you're extending. It's not easy. Lift, extend. Lift, extend. And just a handful more. Last 2. And 1 more. Woo! And relax. Shake out the legs, march it out a little bit, and then bring your weights to your side. Keeping the spine very lifted and tall, the shoulder blades down and back. We're just going to tilt a little bit to the right, 5 to 10 degrees, just a tiny, tiny tilt. By working on the phones and computers with the virtual classes, what I've noticed is that when, a slight tilt looks a lot bigger on the screen. So just tiny, tiny, just a slight bend. Slight bend. Good. Maintaining lifted, lengthened posture. Vertebrae, lengthen it. Continue to pull the navel into the spine. Chest is out. Shoulder blades contracted. And you're holding on to that grapefruit, keeping the core lengthened, braced, and pretty rigid, except for the side bend. Go slow. And let's go for 8 more. Abs are tight. 7, 6, and 5. Feel the workout in the waistline. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lift it up nice and tall, and then just drop to the right and hold it here. Continue to pull the navel deep into your body. Your body and torso knows that this side is heavy and heavier than this side. So these muscles here have to work a lot harder to maintain your posture. So posture is of utmost importance, as well as that's where you get a lot of your workout. So keeping the posture tall, and then slowly come up and then go over to the other side. Keep lengthening the posture, lowering that heavy weight down to the floor, towards the floor, keeping that lateral flexion about 5 or 10 degrees at the most. And you're not leaning forward or leaning and arching back, directly to the side. Good, excellent. And then slowly back to center. Woo! Place the weights on your thighs. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. So we're going to do 1 more set. Either no weights, you can put the weights away, keep the weights on your thighs, at your side, or bring the weights to your shoulders. So that's going to up the load a little bit. So listen to your body, go slow, lengthen the torso, brace your core, lean to the right, slowly lean to the left. About 5 degrees to the right, tiny, tiny, 5 degrees to the left. And notice how the increased intensity is increasing the load for your waistline. And side. And side. 4 more side to side. Keep breathing. 2 more. And yes, you guessed it. Hold it over to the right. Feel the muscles in the waistline, the front of the abdominal, right above your hip. That should be working quite a bit too, because this hip wants to lean over. So keep braced, keep the sits bones grounded on the chair. Hold it, hold it. Slowly inhale, exhale, come up, 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 and then over to the other side, just about 5 or 10 degrees, tiny, tiny. Lateral flexion. Chest is out, shoulder blades down and back. Hold, hold, hold. Not leaning forward, not leaning back. Hold, hold. Continue to pull the navel to the spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then one more breath, inhale. Pull the navel to spine, come up, 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 and then relax the weights to your thighs. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. All right, final exercise for the upper body, and then we'll do a stretch. Take the right foot forward and staggered stance, train tracks but staggered. Your hands are by your side, chin to chest, hold on to the grapefruit, shoulder blades contracted, crack that walnut. You're going to pull your elbows up, extend them back, bend, and lower. So pull, extend, bend, and lower. So it's an upright row, tricep kickback, bend, and lower. And be careful if the arms, the arms of the chair are close by. You may want to reposition or just do one arm at a time. The one arm that's free and feels comfortable to extend. We'll do 2 sets, so you won't miss out. And just a handful more. Studies have shown that moving more quickly when it feels comfortable and safe for you to do increases power. And it's the power that helps maintain the right musculature and the right stimulation in the body to keep functional fitness going. Balance for walking, the strength in walking. So slower isn't always better. Moving quickly really does help as long as it's comfortable and you don't feel like you're out of control. And one more. And relax. Place the weights on your thighs. Come on up. Change sides. So we have our left foot forward, right leg back. Your arms are at your side, chin to chest. You're going to pull, extend, bend, and lower. Pull, extend, bend, and lower. And if you're feeling especially energetic today, you're comfortable with this exercise, it's not something new, or you're feeling, extra strong from a good night's rest, go a little more quickly if you feel comfortable with that. So it's like you're starting a lawnmower or starting a speedboat motor. And pull, press, but always listen to your body. Follow your gut. And up, just a few more. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. And then place the weights on your thighs and slowly and safely, like it's an exercise, so brace your core and move slowly, lower the weights down to the floor. And then grab your ball, a pillow or a towel, place it right between the knees. So with our final stretches, we're going to add a medium to a kind of a heavy pressure of the ball between the knees or a pillow or a towel. All right, so you've got your train track legs, squeeze the ball, lengthen the torso, inhale, arms up, and exhale. Inhale, arms up, interlace the palms, press them up towards the ceiling, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, then reach up and over to the right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. And then inhale, exhale, up, 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 and relax the arms down. Grab onto the ball or pillow, shake out your legs, and then place it right back between the knees. Regroup and try to get the train track, ankle, knee, and hip in position. Inhale, exhale, and then again, inhale all the way up. Interlace your hands so you're stretching your palms, forearms, chest, and rib cage, your waistline and rib cage. Lengthen, lengthen, up and over to the left. And if you can, to the best of your ability, try to keep your arms straight at your elbows. And if this doesn't feel comfortable over your head, as we did before, it could be at shoulder height or down, or all the way down. That's perfectly fine. And then inhale, exhale, reach, lengthen the spine. Inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, lift up, 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 and then relax down. Remove the ball and place it down to your ankles. You're going to roll your shoulders. You're going to round them, roll them forward. So you're turning your palm to the back of the room, and then you're opening up the chest and you're turning your palms forward. So it's rounding and caving the chest in a little bit, palms face back, and then roll through the shoulder, palms forward. So it's round and open, and round and open. Working through that rotator cuff, kind of relaxing it after all the work that it did for you today. And 4 more, palms forward, cave the chest in a little, round the shoulders, and back, and in, and back, and 1 more, and back, and then take a nice deep breath. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Take the ball, bring it up and over the head. Roll the shoulders back. So you don't actually have to press it with your hands. You could press it with your wrists or your forearms, as long as it's not hitting you in the forehead. Put a medium amount of pressure of the right arm to left, left into right. If this is too challenging, and it may be at this stage of the game, your arms are right in front of you or down a little lower. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. Squeeze the back of the shoulders, press the right hand into left, left into right, modify if you need to, and relax. 1 more time, stretch your torso up, shoulder blades contracted, press the right hand into left, left into right, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and relax. Woo! Take a deep breath, put the ball away, and gentle ankle circle, right ankle, and reverse. Circle that left ankle, and reverse. And then place your hands on your thighs, hinge forward slightly from your hips, 5 or 10 degrees. Inhale, cat camel. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Working through the whole spine. It really was there for you for all of class. You worked really, really hard. So it's nice to get a nice stretch, rounding, and then pressing. 2 more, and round, and press. 1 more, round, and press, and then round it all the way up. Get a little march. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and thank you. Give yourselves a big hand. I'm going to give you a big hand. Thanks for joining me for our 11th.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. That was terrific.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Thank
you very much.